There are people doing your job who are getting paid twice as much as you. Join me today to learn how to get the highest paying jobs in your field fast. Don't spend another day being underpaid. Go to webinar.attractjobsnow.com.
Long time ago. Taking a look at our starting lineups, the same five for the Raptors, Gasol. And for the Sixers, one of the best starting fives in the league during the regular season. Their team has scored. Harris off the Embiid screen, drives and stuffs it through. On the claw, and Gasol, remember, he's a former defensive player of the year. Here's Lowry, and the former Villanova Wildcat. Butler driving, and scores this time against Green. With 21 points in Game 5, which was his lowest scoring total in the series. He had a 45-point game in Game 1. Butler on the baseline. He's been
incredible. Because we had Game 1 here in the first round, and they were booing in the first quarter.
Yeah. Harris for three.
On Philadelphia late. What is their response?
Siakam open again, and this time he knocks it down. Siakam driving on Embiid, and
whoa,
what a shot. 14 seconds. Butler defending Leonard. Two excellent two-way players in Leonard Wiggins. Wow. No one had done that in 50 years of NBA playoff action. Ennis with numbers here. The step through. And Ibaka comes over with the rejection. Harris back to Simmons. Touch shot off the window. And
Toronto struggled making open shots. They've had some here in the first. They've had tremendous looks. They're not knocking them down.
But Harris is. He would have Raptors Sixers Game 7 if Philadelphia wins tonight. And great news, by the way, as Leonard hits that it looked a lot worse when it happened.
We could see all the former NBA players reacting to it as Ben Simmons.
That's for Simmons. 6 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. And he's got 2 fouls that he's playing with as Leonard strokes it. Serge Ibaka. Here's Butler again. Missed that time. Batted out. Shot clock at 5. Simmons goes right past Ibaka. Got him off his feet and finishes.
Your hip is right there with you. He wasn't even close.
Embiid's going to try one. It's gone. There. Shot clock is at 3. Siakam swung her away by Ennis. Now Butler gets it back to him. Ennis to the corner for Scott. Another one. Philadelphia. Remember, it was Toronto in Game 5. Hit 16 threes as Kyle Lowry. And corralled by Harris. So Ben Simmons off the floor getting a breather. Does have a couple fouls. Redick, how about that? Little English. So smart. Developed also a three-point shot as Leonard hits the mid-range. Leonard off the Ibaka screen. Hesitates. Oh, what a feed to Ibaka for the slam.
Tremendous pass.
Ibaka with the board. Leonard just snatches it out of the air with his left hand, then takes it. Toronto, the shot clock at 4. And a strip by Leonard. Lowry, great save as he was falling. Leonard takes it all the way for the slam.
To Danny Green this morning, asked him about playing for Pop. And Tom says to him, I don't think in February, he asked people who the Toronto Raptors head coach was.
The next 2, Sixers trying to force a Game 7, which would be Sunday in Toronto. Our friends at TNT will have that. Here's Butler, alley-oop, and Simmons with a put-down.
How good was that fake by Jimmy Butler? I really did. They're going to keep possession, but I think this ball went off him.
Here's Green, and he drills a 3 that ends that stretch of 8 straight minutes. Butler, nice pass to Scott, who cut in the lane. And Butler's going to take this one short, chases it down, is fouled, and he banks it in! A 3-point chance for Jimmy. Siakam, nicely done with a floater.
Now
switch Leonard on Redick. Shot clock at 9. Butler gets around McCaw. Jumps and hits off the glass. Butler, 17 points. Butler with a great play. Steals it from Leonard. On the other end, flies to the rim and lays it home. In Game 6, but the last couple of years had been better closing out series on the road, which obviously is very hard to do, especially against this talented.
Work their way backwards, but you can see it's playing with him a little bit. Now Philly's challenging him.
2 years ago, he made 1 3. Great move by Simmons with the right. Siakam last year shot 22% from 3, 37% this year, and that one goes. Missed it. Leonard keeps the dribble against Simmons with a timer now at 3. Goes into the paint, hangs, and finishes with one hand. Now Butler charged with defending Lowry. Simmons stays on Leonard. Lowry gets airspace and drains a 3. 12-point game. Embiid trying to get free. Here's Harris with a shot clock at 4, and Harris with a terrific move in the paint. Well, there is no doubt a different level of Leonard in the postseason. Here's Redick, hits a 3. Lead is back to 15. Midway through the third here of Game 6. Leonard keeps the dribble. Siakam at the foul line. Butler, could this be their last games as members of the Sixers as Leonard takes it to the rim? Boy, here's Butler falling away with a shot clock at 5. No good. Rebounded by Leonard. Raptors look to push it. They've got numbers. Lowry. Here's Green for 3. It's good. And Embiid drives. Hangs. Can't finish. Oh, Simmons! Embiid driving it. Gasol gets bumped. And it goes! 3-point opportunity.
That, you guys. And she's actually awake and watching the game.
Embiid meets Kawhi in midair as he went for the lefty dunk. Sent it back, but then a foul. The 16-point Philadelphia lead inside 3 to play in the quarter. Embiid again rejects Kawhi. And now Simmons ahead of the pack. Soars and finishes. Embiid, the trailer. 3 on target. Largest lead of the night for Philadelphia. Leonard feeds a cutting Siakam for 2. Here's Harris working on Lowry in the low post. Then Harris puts it in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you've got Mike Scott with 11 off the bench for Philly. Ennis has had a really good night with 5. Finds Harris. And then Harris takes it to the rim and
pull the plug. Because you're going back for Game 7. You know, it's every other day. Nice little layup there by Kyle Lowry.
Philadelphia does. I mean, I have no idea what to think about Game 7. The way this series has gone, when it was 2-1 Philly, it looked like the Sixers are on their way as Leonard slams it.
And we're not coming in here until 5 o'clock pregame to walk through things.
Lowry's 3 is good his first 2 years, every game, with the right foot injury. And then his rookie year, when he was healthy, he was phenomenal, and then he gets hurt, and he misses.
Defensive end Jamal, because, boy, Portland has attacked him relentlessly. San Antonio did the same, but that guy has got a lot in his offensive arsenal.
Redick for 3! Brilliant second quarter where he took control of the game. He also has 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He hasn't missed a free throw in this game. And he's taken good shots as Gasol hits.
Just extraordinary. What a rip by the team and Giannis.
There's Powell for 3. Norman Powell, 4th year, ready to rock. As Portland hasn't been to the conference finals since 2000. Denver's last trip there was 2009. There's TJ McConnell in the paint. There's Patrick McCaw. Miller in the lane. Nice move for the layup. Don't forget, we have another Game 6 tomorrow night on ESPN. Warriors and Rockets. Kevin Durant. Rockets and make it to the conference final. We'll know more next week. McConnell flips it up and in. Toronto with a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. Milwaukee is waiting, and the Bucks are going to get a week off as they force Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals Sunday night in Toronto. For Doris Burke, Tom Rinaldi, our entire crew, I'm Dave Pash. 112-101 Philadelphia forces a Game 7.